some assembly required.
Now this stand was in a hot location last year, but some fallen trees have changed the route the deer were taking, and now they're being funneled too far away from my comfort zone. Being an archer, changes in the deer activity mean I need to make changes as well. Moving my stand only 50 yards will put me right where I need to be. When you make a plan and the plan pays off, well, that's what the hunt is all about.
Okay, there's my stand right there. As you can see, it's pretty well camouflaged. I'm going to put some more camouflage up at the top. But as you can see, I'm not on a single pole. I'm in a group like this. So my silhouette is hidden very well. I've got a spruce there and a spruce there. Then I've got some spruce over here. This is a really, really nice spot. I'm heading out. It's been a good day. I feel real good about this spot. Found a small piece of chaga here. I'm going to harvest that, take that back with me. For all of the birch trees that are in these woods, I'm really surprised how little amounts of chaga that I find. There's a small spot here on my journey, so I'm going to grab this and bring it back to the camp. Get it when I can. So this is that stand that I just put together. I really like it. So I got online and I ordered another one. You know, over the years, I've become a really big fan of ladder stands. I've always used stick ladders with chain-on stands, and there are places that those are a better fit, and I still use those. In fact, I set one up the other day. But the ease of going in and out of these ladder stands is great. I love them. My only concern about a ladder stand is here we have a lot of moose and bears. And the moose are kind of funky during the rut, you know. And let's just say one sees me and doesn't really like me up there for some reason. You never know what's going on in their head. And he comes over there and he knocks my ladder over. I'm going to be swinging from the tree like a piñata. I don't like the idea of that. And the same thing with the bear. So I don't have that concern with a stick ladder and a chain on, because I'm up there and those stick ladders are, you know, bound right to the tree, real close to the tree. And these things stick out, you know, might be four foot or so at the base. So I've never had that happen. I don't want to have that happen. But aside from that, I love them. So I ordered this one here. It's a nice stand. It's 15 foot. And it comes with a really, really nice full body safety harness. Not a cheap piece of crap either. As far as I'm concerned, the harness and all the straps are worth the price of the stand. So I'm going to put the link to this down below. And these are great stands for the money. And I like to have a few extra stands on hand. Sometimes during the rut, all of a sudden you're finding an area that is really hot and heavy with deer sign, and I want to put up a stand quick, and these do the job. Yeah, I love it. Well, folks, just fletching up a few arrows here. I know a lot of you guys laugh at the equipment that I use, but that's okay. Yep, I'm pretty old school, still shooting aluminum shafts. And I fletch my own arrows, and I like to do it with 5-inch straight feathers. Everybody I know uses the graphite arrows, you know, new composite stuff, and plastic vanes and helical fletching. And I've never tried the graphite arrows because it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And I always have the attitude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I still shoot a 1998 Jennings. But it works for me.
It fills my freezer every single year. So I'm not in the mood to change. Everything works, and I'm going to continue to use the same equipment until it fails me or I can't find the stuff anymore. Yeah. But I've tried plastic veins, and I tried helical fletching, and actually this is what works for me. I get the best results with straight feathers. The reason I like feathers the most is take an arrow, put it in your hand like this, okay, close right on it, pull through. See that? There's no resistance with the feathers, but you use a plastic vein and do that, it's going to get hung up, like right about there. And more times than not, that's going to make the difference between a pass-through or the deer running off with that much of the arrow sticking out. Watch a lot of the hunting videos, people using the plastic veins, and you'll see that sticking out. 99% of the time I've got a complete pass-through. And I just like the feathers. It's not a concern with me about the rain, because I prefer not to bow hunt in the rain. Okay? So, and this is my old Bitzenberger jig here. To my knowledge, they still make them the same way. This is a great rig. Only does one fletching at a time, but that's all right. I'm in no rush. I'll put a link to this down below. And yeah, so I'm just doing a few last minute things here. I'm gonna fletch up these here. I've just got some new shafts, some bare shafts. I'm gonna get those together. I got another trail cam to set up here. I know a lot of people don't like these wild game innovations, but, and like I said, I have a few that act a little finicky sometimes, but for the money, they work great for me, and that's why I keep buying them. I've got 15 now, and I can watch 15 spots. All right, fantastic. And this one, hey, Cloak 14 comes with the batteries and the SD card. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna get that set up too. Yeah. So our archery season opens on Sunday, and that's the day that this video will come out. So weather permits, I will be out in my tree stand. Yeah, I've got a lot of good spots this year, but my trail cams are showing does with fawns. I really don't want to take a doe. Lots of moose, some huge bull moose, but we don't have it's a lottery here, and I don't have a moose tag. And a mama bear with 3 cubs. Of course, I don't want to bother her at all. I don't even want to run across her at all. And a small bear who's been on the camera a few times, and I really don't have any interest in him. And I've seen 1 buck on my trail cam. 1. I mean, it's a nice buck, but that's it. No little meat deer, no fork horns and spike horns and nothing. No, I don't know what's going on with that. Doesn't mean they're not out there, because they're not in front of my cameras, though. So we'll see what happens. So the other day, like I said on Patreon, Mama took out a pack of backstrap, and she said there was 1 package of venison burger left in the freezer. And the season opens September 15th. So we planned it just about right. So it's time to get out in the woods, fill the freezer once again. And all you guys out there hunting, best of luck to you.
Well, it's that time of year again. I gotta defrost this freezer. Well, this propane freezer is good to have. I don't know what we would do without it, but it doesn't perform as good as an electric one. It's better than nothing. Like I said before, living out here, refrigeration is probably the biggest inconvenience. But we've got it covered. It's just sometimes, like right now, we've got to have the generator running to keep the other little freezer going, to keep ice for the ice box. But we'll get this fired back up and we'll be back in business and back to normal within a day or so.
Giving it a good wiping out too, since it's an opportune time.
Yeah, I'll make sure you do a good job. So I left all the controls, all the settings as is, so I don't change anything. Just going to turn the gas on here, give it a few seconds, and then, alrighty, that's the push in. I'm going to push that in, and we're lit. And that's all there is to it, man. We'll be back in business. A lot of people ask me why I put a screen door on this little shed. Like they think that we sit in there or something. But like I said, the heat that freezer puts out, it's got to escape, because the warmer the building is, the more that freezer's got to work. So I don't like to just leave this wide open so critters go in and out. So we just put the screen door on there. Seems to work. Well, folks, I was planning on giving you the review on the log splitter in this video, but it didn't work out that way. So I'm going to give it to you during midweek this coming week, so you'll have that. I'm unable to do a Q&A segment here because I'm running out of time. The library closes in 55 minutes. So I got to finish this video, make a thumbnail, and head to town, and hopefully have it uploaded before they close. Yeah, going to be scrambling. So I've got to get back to work. You all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. All the best to you, and God bless.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.